It's a little after 6 a.m. Eastern Time, and I figured what better time to stream than now? Um, because I'm woke up when I didn't want to, and I have to do chores and shit before my wife gets home later. So now it's the only time to do it. So really, what I'm trying to decide is if I should play Frenzy Doomsday, my normal list. Although I want to change the sideboard. I don't think I'm not really enjoying this sideboard much. And I might even go back to not playing Tendrils. But anyway, do I want to play this list or do I want to play something a little different? I've been thinking I might try this. This is very much a traditional style list. Um, but there's something missing from this sideboard. We'll do that. That looks good. I'm eating Chinese food for breakfast too. Yeah, let's just try this list. This will be interesting. Something a little different. Um, oh, I didn't want to. Well, let's do a tournament. Let's do a practice room game. Um, just to see how bad it feels, and then I'll jump into a league. Diet Mountain Dew and Chinese food for breakfast. Streaming some magic at 6 a.m. Just living the fucking dream, dude. You know what I'm saying? Living the fucking dream, my dude. All right. Hmm. I think I keep this. I could even play Echo on turn one, but that doesn't seem like the thing to do. Um, I'm just gonna play the island and preordain. Okay, both of those are pretty good. So next turn I can empty for a decent amount, so I might just do that, depending on what I see from my opponent. Vista. Okay, so this is probably like Miracles or something, would be my guess. We'll find out. So I'll start off with a Duress. I guess I'll grab the Badlands. Alright. So I almost want to just empty. I don't know if it's worth it. Because I don't have a whole lot going on right now. If I take the Force Negation and then just fucking spin it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Make 12 goblins. I don't know if this is right. It probably isn't, but YOLO act and impulse. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe might be better than empty the warrants against miracles. Who knows? But whatever. So now they have like ponder and okay. I guess that's good. Let's see. Against miracles, I want that, and I think I want these. And no, I guess I won't leave that there. Probably just that. So let's see. I'll cut Street Wraith or two. And Preordain. Preordain is good to cut so that I have a cantrip I can Burning Wish for if I need to Burning Wish and be able to draw into a Doomsday pile. So I'll submit that. I had duressed them earlier. I don't know if you'd seen it at that point. I guess they could be on Grixis, but I feel like the Jace and the Counterspell and the Snapcaster makes me think they're probably only playing two colors, and it's probably blue and white. But I guess I didn't actually see any white. I'm pretty sure everything I saw was blue. Huh. I don't know about this hand. It's I don't know. It's probably okay, but I wonder if there's a world where I'm supposed to cast that fucking Street Wraith. As if it's Grixis, the Swamp Walk maybe means I am supposed to cast the Street Wraith at some point. I think I'm gonna shuffle that. Okay. Orem, what time zone do you live in that you're awake right now and watching Magic streams? Because it's 6 a.m. where I am. Alright, so maybe they're not blue and white. Or if they are, they're blue, white, red, Europe. Okay, that makes sense. I think I'm going to cycle this Grixis. I mean, this Street Wraith, even if they are maybe Grixis. It's almost 1 p.m. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. It's a good time to be awake, I guess, on the weekend. So let this resolve. I'm thinking I might grab. I don't know. It might make sense to grab Cabal Therapy. Even the Preordain isn't necessarily that bad, but probably it's supposed to be Cabal Therapy. I'm kind of just trying to build up some resources in my hand right now, so that I can go ahead and do something with it. Obviously, they're not threatening me at all right now. They're just sitting on whatever vast amounts of counterspells they seem to have. So, okay. That's interesting. I'm starting to get an idea. So, I'm thinking what I can do, I can probably cast that Jace next turn. Oh no, I won't have enough blue mana, so that one's off the table. But what I can do is I can make an Empty the Warrens, a relatively small Empty the Warrens, and then I could. Oh, what do we got here? They're doing something in my draw step. This is going to be a Vendilion click? Yep, I think it's a Vendilion click. Okay, we'll revise the plan after they click me. The plan was going to be make a small empty and then be able to therapy, flashback therapy, and try and go like ritual, doomsday, active impulse, and just kill them. But that's probably going to get revised now, I think. They did go down on they tapped out a bit here, so it might be time to try and make a move. What'd they take from me? The Cabal therapy? Okay. I wonder if that's such a bad thing. It's probably time to cast this Jace, even though I'll have to spend the Lotus Petal for it. They probably have a Flusterstorm, right? I just feel like casting the Jace is going to make the most, probably make the most sense here. Get a couple draws out of it. Or they counter it. Red Blast? Okay. I guess that's a good... I don't feel super great about that trade because that Red Blast wasn't doing anything else against me. If I'd been able to do that and empty in the same turn, that might have been better, because then they wouldn't have had Flusterstorm mana up, but maybe they wouldn't have countered the Jace if they would rather leave Flusterstorm mana up, so I don't know. It's a wash, I guess. But I gotta make a move now soon, because this click. Okay, Dress is a good draw. So I can take the Force. Can I beat a Pierce here? I mean, I can beat a Pierce by making tokens, Goblin tokens, for sure. 8 Goblin tokens is a little slow. Alright, well, they're buying in. Casting those spells. Can I play this land? I do have a land play. That's nice. It's a good one. That's pretty bad. Alright. Hopefully they didn't find a Flusterstorm. That would kind of suck. This is enough goblins to race, though, so if they didn't find a Flusterstorm, I might be able to get there. Or unless they put, you know, they found a Terminus, too, or whatever is possible. But I can't cycle this from here, so... No Terminus. Not that turn, anyway. I'm sure they have... So they didn't shuffle, which makes me think Terminus for sure. 9. Oh, nope, they just cracked the fetch. Interesting. They have the Supreme Verdict. Okay. So what was their hand? I think I'm supposed to just cast this Doomsday. Wait a second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that just a kill? Unless they found a Force of Will as well? Oh, no. I'm one short for just a kill. But I probably... What do we got? More islands? Okay. I probably am supposed to preordain first if I'm making a pass a turn pile anyway, because I could potentially find a discard spell to be able to cast like that and try and stifle things a little bit here. Like take that Spell Pierce would be pretty... Actually, I'm probably supposed to take this Narset because I can beat the Spell Pierce. Can I beat Pierce, Snap Pierce? Not quite. What am I supposed to take here? Because I really don't want them finding a Force. Actually, no, I don't think I'm... I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. That Snapcaster Mage is kind of an issue. Because if I was going to try to win with Jace here, they can just snap Blue Blast. Unless I have a way to beat that. I don't have a way to beat that and snap Spell Pierce. I'm just going to take the Narset and pass. They don't have a lot going on. It almost would have been worth it to take that empty and just empty for like 8 goblins or whatever it was going to be there. Maybe it was only 6 goblins, but still. That might have been the play. Okay, they're going to snap. This is the snap blast, so now I'm probably supposed to play the Doomsday. I'll go to 4. I'll take 2 from the Snapcaster. And then I think I have to take the chance to try to win the game here. Oh, they had a Force. Okay. Okay. And see, this is a situation where like having Frenzy in the deck makes it, I don't know, a lot better, because I could top deck a Frenzy here and like still have time to out card advantage them. But with the way things are now, it's pretty unlikely. That Vendilion click earlier in the game was pretty bad, I think, for me. Okay. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any draws at this point that win me the game. Because I just don't really have a good way to recover card advantage. I guess there's Infernal Contract in my deck. So if I could resolve an Infernal Contract, I might be able to YOLO into a win somehow. But that's kind of a long shot. So yeah, this is like the Jeskai mentor, I think, sort of deck, or Jeskai control, basically. It might make sense to just lean away from. This is probably gonna fate seal me. Nope, they decide to brainstorm. Okay. I feel like it makes so much more sense to fate seal there, because if you can leave a land or something on top, you know I'm probably just dead in the water. But what do I know? So they probably have a counter spell here, but we're gonna YOLO the Echo of Aeons, I think. Blue Blast. They even have Blue Blasts. Alright, that's fun. Let's see. Because of the red blasts, I don't think having Jace in the deck makes sense. I think just leaning on, the fuck's it called? Tendrils as my win con is going to be the way to go. But is there anything I would rather have in the deck? Not really. I guess I could bring a Street Wraith back in just as another cantrip. Or I could move the Cabal Therapy to the main deck. Maybe that makes more sense. Even though having a wishable interactive spell is good. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just submit. This is just a practice room game anyway before I think about jumping into a league with this list. Huh. I really want to keep this. It's not a turn 1 kill or anything, though. It's not even a turn 2 kill. Maybe I was probably wrong to click mulligan there, but I went and did it anyway. Alright, I'm going to keep this, though. I'm going to put one of the Street Wraiths back. They don't seem to have anything in the way of non-basic land hate, so I'm just going to lead off with Duress here, I think. Not a whole lot going on in this hand. There's a Pyroblast, Ponder. I feel like the Ponder is probably the take here, although maybe not. I want my Brainstorms to resolve. I think I'll just take the Pyroblast. They still have swords in their deck, which is weird. I also really wonder why they don't lead off with the Valk there. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, it's super unlikely, I think anyway, I think it's super unlikely that I'm playing any kind of non-basic hate. So, why bother? Like, why not hold up Valk and potentially feign having drawn another Pyroblast? Seems weird. But maybe they're not the gambling type. Okay, so they drew Force, they pitched Vendilion Clique, which is pretty questionable to me. Maybe it's like, maybe they value the Ponder more highly, I guess, but like, Clique is a threat, and they didn't have any other threats in their hand, so I don't know. I'm not a fair blue player, so who am I to judge? Of course, they might not be a fair blue player either. I'm just going to pass. I'll ponder here. Those are all pretty good cards. So next turn might be go time here. I'll have the necessary requirements to win, and I'll have a duress that I can use. Okay. Last I knew, they had kind of a lot of garbage in their hand. Let's just see what happens if I dark right here. That brainstorm means there's probably a lot less garbage in their hand. But we'll see. Even if I spend the Burning Wish here, I'll still have enough gas to be able to combo out. So, Force, Jace, Narset, Red Blast. I guess I'm probably supposed to take the Force. Next turn, they'll probably play the Jace, though. Although they don't have another land right now. So they would have a hard time Jacing and holding up something. Either way, I'm probably just... Excuse me. Probably just supposed to take the Force. I guess they could Jace into another land. I might have been wrong to spend that dark right there. Maybe I was supposed to just duress. I'm going to Burning Wish. Actually, does it make sense to Burning Wish? What would I even be getting? Preordain? Or Empty or something? Yeah, maybe it doesn't make sense to Burning Wish. I guess I'm going to get the Valk. Fuck. I porked this, I think. That's what I get for playing Magic at 6 a.m. So this is Narset. I'm just going to throw this Brainstorm out there. I know they're going to blast this, but I suppose if they do, it forces them to tap out. But that Brainstorm wasn't doing anything else, so effectively duressing the Pyroblast is probably worth it. Alright, so as far as I know, they're tapped out at this point. If I drew another Dark right here, I could win the game. Snow-covered island is not good enough to win the game. So next turn they're going to be playing a Jace, for sure. I'm wondering if it's going to make sense to just cast Doomsday here. No, because I don't have a pass a turn pile. Yeah, I don't like this deck very much. I don't like this list a whole lot. Well, I guess I'm just going to Burning Wish for Preordain. And Scry. Because I need another land before I can think about trying to win the game. Or another mana. Preferably like another ritual or something. But yeah, I think this one's lost. I think I fucked this. All right, I'm just gonna concede. I don't. I don't know. I don't like this list because it feels a lot worse against. Um, I don't like the non-frenzy list. It feels a lot worse against decks without, or like blue decks like the one I was just playing, because you don't really have a good way to recoup card advantage. And like the old, like pre-frenzy, post-probe ban free pre-frenzy list that I was playing, the draw four deck, at least had like Cruel Bargain and Infernal Contract. Oh, that's not the right list. It was this one, something like this, that had multiple like Infernal Contracts and shit in the main deck to recoup a bit of card advantage, and it had another one in the board. Um, but I think I'm just gonna play Elite with Frenzy. I don't think the Frenzy deck is that much worse against like the Chalice decks where the wish list is a little bit better. Um, and I think it feels quite a bit better against the blue decks and stuff. So, do I have to actually click this button to join the league? Yes, I do. I've been feeling like it's taking a long time to find opponents in the leagues lately. And I don't know if it's just because I'm playing at weird times, like 6 a.m. But it's only 6 a.m. my time, so who knows? The number of people in the league doesn't seem that much different than normal. But all right, here we go. Oh, get to play against Cartesian. What's Cartesian been playing lately? You never know with this guy. I think this hand's pretty reasonable though, so I'm just gonna keep it. I'll be cantripping on the first turn or two, trying to find another land probably. If I can find another land, preferably a red source, I can think about Vault for Frenzy. Of course, if they're on a Wasteland deck, then I might have some difficulties. But Volk, Ponder, okay. So no shuffle off that. Could almost just be like show and tell or something. I'm giving away a little bit by leading on the preordained, but do I want that preordained? I guess it's too late now. I put it on the top, I think. It's both on top. That's fine. Hope this isn't a counterbalance. That'll ruin my day. Okay. Probably not a counterbalance. Dreadhorde Arcanist. So this is like Grixis something. It almost doesn't even make sense to duress right now. I wonder if the thing that makes the most sense is Oh, fuck, I don't even know. I don't even know what's going to make the most sense here. I think I just need to cantrip some more. I probably should have got another blue spell so that I could cast the Preordain. I don't want to run my stuff into a daze, but I'm also really opening myself up to Wasteland here. And I could very quickly get out card advantaged by this Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay. So I'm probably going to lose the Limdual's Vault here, but I might lose the Duress. I suppose I could probably lose 2 cards if they Dreadhorde and Flashback Thoughtseize. I lost the Dark Writ. Okay. Thoughtseize again. So this one's probably going to take the Limdual's Vault, would be my guess. Or maybe the Cabal Writ. I don't even know. Taking the Rituals. Okay. I'm a lot happier with that. Unless I get Thoughtseize here. Delver. Gonna be on a bit of a clock. I'm gonna Duress. They daze it. I don't think I want to pay for that. So the Delver doesn't flip. That's good for me. I'm thinking I'm going to date or vault in response to this Ponder. So what I'm looking for is like a super nutty pile, but at a minimum, I think it's going to need... It's going to need an LED and a Frenzy. So that I can Ponder Crack LED into a Frenzy. And I also need to monitor my life total a bit so that if my... Like, I don't want to die to a lightning bolt, basically. Okay, that's really close to everything that I need. I'm just thinking because I know that there's another Lion's Eye Diamond that I just put on the bottom with Limdual's Vault, so I'm thinking if it's going to make sense to try and pay, what, like 9 life to make a pile that has 2 LED, Frenzy, and Doomsday in it. Is that even going to work? Is that going to be the right number of the right shit? Probably doesn't make sense to do that. I'm just going to click no here. And we'll do like this. Another Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's a big yikes for me, dog. Alright. So here is what I'm wondering. I can duress Ponder into Lion's Eye Dime, or duress LED Ponder into Frenzy. But then when I go Petal Brainstorm, I'll need to hit an LED to kill right then. If I don't duress, I could hit a Dark Writ because I'll have an extra mana. But I think I want to duress first. Yeah, it looks like the right thing to do. The fuck does Brazen Borrower do? Is that the bounce spell? Is that the fucking bounce spell? What even are these cards? Why do they have these in the main deck? That's so fucking rude. Well, I guess I'm just going to try to win now. I don't give a fuck. I have to get a little lucky here. Let's fucking get him. I do have a land play right now. There's the fucking Dark Writ, naturally. I think I'm supposed to just concede. Okay. This seems like an deck I want to bring empty in for. Oh, I fucking meant to change my sideboard. I hate these fucking Ingot Chewers. I don't think they're very good. Brazen fucking Borrower. Maybe this isn't a deck I'm supposed to bring empty in against because it seems so weird. But I think I'm supposed to cut some Experimental Frenzies. I might need to bring in these Abrades. Like, because of all the bounce spells and shit, cut some Frenzies. Maybe even cut the third Frenzy. I just don't even know because they had Thoughtseize too. This deck, it feels like my opponent's deck is like purpose designed to crush me. Force, Daze, Thoughtseize, card advantage engine with Dreadhorde Arcanist to be able to Thoughtseize over and over, and main deck bounce spells. It's pretty fucking rude. I guess I'm keeping this. I don't know what else to do, so I'm just going to play Mire Pass. And I'll probably end of turn Brainstorm and then maybe try and make Goblins. Hopefully they don't stifle me because that would fucking suck. If they're playing Stifle 2, I'll be very upset. Excuse me. That sucks. I really need to hit a land there. Alright. I'm just going to concede. I'm not winning that match. Save myself some fucking time. Alright, this hand is fine. Hope this is Enchantress. I'd be very pleased if it was Enchantress. I'm just going to crack this now. Grab a basic island. I don't know if I'm in danger of getting choked. I suppose I probably am, but that was a good draw. So if I can just draw a Doomsday right now, I'll just kill him. No Doomsday. Alright, I'll put back LED. At this point, I can probably put back the pedal. And I'll duress right now, since assuming this is Enchantress, they're not going to have any instant speed interaction. So I just want to get whatever the best card in their hand is out now. Like this green Sun Zenith. And now I'll just be on the draw Doomsday or something game plan. They're drawing a little better than me at this point with this Miri Skyle. So Windswept Heath, they didn't have in their hand. So that was their draw for the turn. That's interesting. A Tundra. Huh. Okay. So that's good to know. Gotta fucking watch out for that shit. Alright. I'm supposed to ponder now, I think. I'd really love to see a Doomsday here. Alright, I'm taking this Frenzy for sure. And basically I'm hoping that I don't fucking die. And I can resolve this Frenzy and try and win, or just find a Doomsday and win. I expect this will be... What do we got? I'm expecting this is Enchantress's Presence. And they'll draw one card and then do something, but yeah. Hopefully they won't have anything big to do. So I should get to untap here, and I'm really hoping I can just kill them right now. That's a kill, right? Assuming they don't have anything like a Force of Will. I just need to find a Doomsday. They're pausing for a real long time on this Limdwell's Vault. Because they're reading it. I'm really just looking for that Doomsday. This is such a bad set of 5 cards, though. I almost want to keep going. Okay. I guess that's moderately better. I'm definitely going to put some duresses in my pile here. Okay. So that Tundra is a bit odd. I'm assuming they just have, like, I don't know, mana chains or mana whatever the fuck. They've got some blue enchantments in there, like Into the Eye of Chaos or something that they want to be using. And they're not like a real blue deck. All right, so for this matchup, I think all I want to do is bring in Echoing Truths, and that's pretty much it. They could have, what the fuck's it called? Veil of Summer. But I think those two is pretty much where I want to be, and Collective Brutality is not going to be very good here. And I could probably cut a Cabal Ritual. We'll try that. If they start off with a Leyline, the discard's not going to be super great, but that's okay. This hand looks acceptable. I can vault on turn 2 and try and set up a kill for turn 3. I guess I'm probably supposed to keep this. It was a decent draw, so I'll lead with that. There's an Enchantress. Another land. So they're kind of going off a little bit here. Excuse me. I could be in trouble if they draw good stuff. What color did they pick? White. Yeah, that makes sense. Because they don't have any real white stuff. Thoughtseize. I think I'm supposed to Thoughtseize here. Even though they probably are going to draw some cards next turn. I can still use the Petal to Limdual's Vault and set up a kill. Like if I can find Dark Ritual and Doomsday in the same pile, or even like Dark Grit. Brainstorm and I can put a Doomsday in, something like that. There are ways that I can kill them. Limdual's Vault piles I can find that'll kill them. Alright, let's see. I don't care about that Elephant Grass at all. So I guess I'm just supposed to take an Enchantress's Presence. And actually, hold on a second. They have 4 mana. They're not going to be able to cast more than 1 Enchantress's Presence next turn anyway, so maybe it makes sense to limit their card draw by taking the cheap enchantment and force them to play. But I don't care about the Elephant Grass. And probably their sequence next turn is going to be Enchantress's Presence and then a cheap enchantment. Probably just makes sense to take that and not get too fancy. I'm going to cast this Lotus Petal, and then I'll just try and set up a kill for next turn. So the Windswept Heath was their draw, right? Yeah. They played a Tundra. Suppose they could have Flusterstorms in their deck after sideboard. Nope, they just tap the Tundra. That's fine. So there's the Enchantress's Presence, which will draw them one card. And then the Elephant Grass or whatever they draw could draw them another card. If they play Elephant Grass here, they played Elephant Grass. So really at this point, the worst draw for me from them is going to be, what the fuck is that card? Deafening Silence, this new one. In which case I have to spend my Lindell's Vault for an Echoing Truth. But they don't cast anything, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. Unless they drew two or a green card and like Force of Vigor, I think I'm in a good spot right now. Suppose they have ways they could interact, like they could have Surgical Extraction too, which would be a little annoying. But that's close to what I want. And that Lion's Eye Diamond is another card that I would need for that pile. So hopefully I can loop back around at any rate and set something up here. Do you wish to pay life? Yes. That order doesn't matter because all those cards suck. Yes, I wish to pay life. Yes. Hope those weren't the cards that I really wanted. I should have been keeping better track. Okay, I don't think I've looped all the way through yet. Okay, so that's the cards. That was the pile that I need to set up, right? So now if I go, I'll draw the Dark Writ, and I'll have a Brainstorm under it. I'll Brainstorm into LED and some cards that don't matter. I'll put back Doomsday and that Lion's Eye Diamond. So no, I will not pay life. Island on the bottom. Another Brainstorm, Lion's Eye Diamond, Brainstorm, Dark Writ. So Surgical here would be pretty bad for me. Then I Brainstorm. LED. Crack for black. Doomsday. Hopefully this just gets me the concession. But I'll click through it if they want me to. Alright, let me think here. I'm trying to think of what they could have. And I feel like Surgical is the most threatening thing right now. But I suppose a way to destroy the Experimental Frenzy could be as well. Force of Vigor, basically, being the card. So I'm just going to play around Surgical. Obviously, if they had the Force of Vigor, now would have been the fucking time to do it. target myself just in case they have Elvish Spirit Guide and Veil of Summer or something. Okay. Probably just had none. Enchantress is a good matchup, so I would have felt bad if I lost that. Not necessarily losing a game. Sometimes you drop a game against them, but losing a whole match against Enchantress is pretty rare. Ugh. My chair is very squeaky. Probably need to do something about that. Let's put the list up on screen. That's not the one. So this is the list I'm playing in this league right now. I want to change my sideboard around though. I'm pretty pleased with this main deck. Although I'm still not completely sold on having the Bauble main and a Tendrils side. I just don't even know if having the Tendrils and the 75 is necessary at all. So I like being able to kill people with Storm. But it's not, I don't know. That hand sucks. Ooh, come on. Okay, it's a functional 5. Let's see. I think I need to put back this Limdul's Vault. And I need to put back, I guess, this Cabal Writ. I'm just going to hope that they're on a fair blue deck without Wasteland and that this hand can do something. I can draw out of this. Whoops, I made the wrong color mana. There we go. Well, they got Ren in 6. This is not a fair blue deck without Wasteland, anyway. What card do I take here? This Goyf is probably the most threatening card. The problem here is that I'm going to need to brainstorm to find a land, and they might daze my brainstorm. This is going to be real hard to fight back from, unfortunately. And they didn't shuffle. I'm just concerned there's going to be a Wasteland here. Great. Just what I needed. Well, still no Wasteland. Oh my god. Okay, I have to brainstorm now. Even though it's probably going to get dazed. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have brainstormed there. Maybe I should have thought seized and taken the daze. I don't even know. I think I was too far behind from the beginning to realistically win this game, and I almost want to say the correct play would have been to scoop as soon as I thought seized them. With a hand like what I had, but I think playing that brainstorm into the daze there was a huge mistake, and I was just I wasn't thinking straight. It's just fucking up. Okay. Let's see if I can resolve this brainstorm. Alright, I'm just going to scoop here. Because with Wasteland plus Renim 6, I'm never going to draw out of this. It's better that they have less info about what I'm doing. No, you're not dreaming. You're not dreaming. Doomsday is pretty much all I play. Um, if you want to see Doomsday content, I'm your guy. All right, so Limb Duel's Vaults come out, as does one Frenzy. Arguably, Collective Brutality could come out here, and I could keep the Frenzy in. But Collective Brutality can take a Counterspell or kill a Delver or something. So, what I need to do is have more lands. And this hand has more lands, so I'm going to keep this. Yeet. Thanks for the follow, fam. Yeah, there's the Doomsday Discord is pretty great. We talk about our favorite kinds of booze and stuff. And yeah, there's a couple other people who stream as well. I'm pretty dedicated to streaming Doomsday, although I occasionally stream other whack combo decks. The other people in the Doomsday Discord are have a little wider range of decks they know how to play. Um, and so, like, Ape of Justice is another good Doomsday player, but he sometimes streams Parfait as well. If you want to see some shit. Lion's Eye Diamond was not the best draw there. I kind of want to kill this Delver. Like, but I don't want to risk getting Surgical here. Like, I want to Duress. I probably am not supposed to kill this Delver. I'm going to Duress here. I'll leave the Lotus Petal up. Hopefully they won't daze. Okay, so they do have the Surgical. Now, I think I'm supposed to just try to beat these Surgicals because they have two of them. I'm going to take the Force. Flip that to a Ponder. Okay. So I'm really hoping to draw like a Ritual or another land here and just be able to kill them with Frenzy. The problem is going to be that if I crack these LEDs at any point, they're going to be able to Surgical my Doomsdays, which is going to be a little annoying. So I do know that Frenzy will resolve right now if I cast it. Okay, I guess I'm going to go for it. There's going to be a lot of good Surgical targets in my graveyard. But I think my best chance to win right from here is going to be to like cast the Frenzy and then try and empty. Even if they can Surgical some of my stuff, because if they spend life to Surgical, oh my god, this is a problem. I have a land play. I'm just wondering, I'll go down to 7 if I cast this Doomsday. I'm supposed to cast this Doomsday, I think. I'm doing it. I'm gonna try and beat that double Surgical. One option is gonna be to make a fuck ton of goblins. So they're Surgicaling the Lion's Eye Diamond. I kind of expected that. I'll see if they use both Surgicals. That's really going to be the question here. If they use both Surgicals pre-Doomsday. Because if they don't, I could maybe kill them with Dark Rits and looping Collective Brutality. I do still have this Lion's Eye Diamond and a land drop. So I could maybe kill with Jace still, depending on what they do. I feel like the right play for them is to use one surgical. Okay, so they're letting the Doomsday resolve. Oh, nope, they're using both on the Lotus Petal. Okay, they're dead. Perfect. I sometimes play weird Doomsday deck lists. Yeah, I mostly have been into this Frenzy list because it just feels the most consistently powerful. But I've played some other shit sometimes. Um, when I need to entertain the masses. I I have never played the Doomsday Dragon list. Let me click on this fucking link. You can see I was watching Thunderbolt Fantasy earlier. I could probably try this list sometime. I would need to find some of these cards, but I love this line of text. This is pretty much the most streamlined Doomsday World Gorger Dragon combo deck you're going to see in Legacy. I'm sure that is 100% true. Alright, so time to add some insult to that motherfucking injury. So this first one, I'm just going to duress them. They got nothing. So now I'll kill him. And I'm only going to use the Dark Writs just because I can. And I like to BM people sometimes. So I'll let that. I'm sure they're going to make me click all through this. But that's fine. Yep, some fucking time. The fact that okay, they've seen enough now. Okay. I still have to win one more game, though. I can show you some of the fucking weird deck lists that I've got. So I was playing this for a while before I started playing Frenzy, but after Probe got banned, is using multiple Infernal Contract, multiple the draw 4, lose half your life to like try to play a card advantage game. Somewhere I have, where is it? I had, no, not that one. This one. I mean, those are both pretty similar. This was like Belcher, but Doomsday. That one sucked. I had all kinds of fucking shitty lists. Somewhere I have a Living Wish Doomsday. Yeah, here we go. Here's a Living Wish Doomsday deck list. Just fucking feast your eyes on that pile of trash. Obviously, I haven't played that since Cataxian Probe was a card. But anyway, this hand is not good enough. I don't use the Shelldock Isle package. It is not very good. Ugh, I think I have to keep this. It's not very good in the Frenzy list. It just adds another brick. And I just don't think it's necessary. Like, with Frenzy in the deck, you can beat blue decks without needing it. And I don't know. I just don't think it's very good. It's always kind of felt a bit like a crutch to me. And the only time I ever really played it and thought it was worth the sideboard slots was during the top Miracles days. When like you already had a decent matchup against top miracles, believe it or not, but being able to play that the sideboard Shelldock Isle Emrakul basically meant all you had to do was resolve a Doomsday, just slip 1 3-mana spell through. So back then, I think it was worth it, but since Top got banned, basically I've never played it. That's probably not completely true, but I've never thought it was really worth the slot. So I'm going to have to find more lands here. Not exactly the land I wanted to see, but I think I really need to take that land. I don't think I can take that land. I don't think I can have these two cards being my next two draws. I gotta shuffle this. That's a fucking relief. That would have felt real bad to miss on land there. My hand's not super great, which is kind of unfortunate. Dreadhorde Arcanist, okay. They don't have any spells to flash back with that right now. Another Lotus Petal. So I think I'm supposed to Thoughtseize right now. Depending on what I draw, I could try to kill next turn. So I think the Thoughtseize here is going to be the play. Surgical Spell Snare that does absolutely nothing, and a Preordain. Well, I'm definitely taking the Surgical. I guess Spell Snare doing absolutely nothing isn't completely true. The only 2-drops I have left in my deck, though, are Cabal Rituals. They didn't have any Wasteland, right? So they're probably going to Preordain here, and then... Oh, they drew a Ponder, okay. So now they can Ponder, Preordain, and then Dreadhorde, one of the two. I think Preordain Ponder would have been the correct order, but again, I don't play fair blue decks, so I don't really know. Yeah, there's a lot of Wastelands around now, too, and like every deck, it feels like has a way to beat it. I guess it's probably still okay against Miracles, but if they play back to basics and stuff, it's not great. Most of the rug decks aren't playing Stifle. Okay, Surgical Extraction, I'm fine with that, I think, right? I'm really stunned by that, which makes me think they must have found... They must have found a counterspell or something off of... off of that Ponder. I just can't think of another reason to Surgical. Feels like you're asking for trouble. So I have a lot of draws next turn that will just let me win the game. And I think I probably is worth it to go for him. So they have presumably they still have Goyf and Spell Snare and Preordain in their hand. Don't I know what's in their hand now? Is that really true? They haven't brainstormed or anything? Their hand is just Goyf, Spell Snare, Preordain. I suppose they could have hidden something on top with Fiery Islet. Okay, there's the Preordain. So what they do with that will be interesting to see. I'm hoping to see 2 cards on top. That's not what I wanted to see. I'm probably supposed to brainstorm now. So let's think. So a Dark Ritual off the top would win me the game, assuming they don't have any relevant counter magic. They have Goyf, Snare, and 1 mystery card. Um, another land or I don't know. I just don't know. Part of me wants to brainstorm here. And then just try and land the frenzy. I'm on the fence about this one, but I don't know if I would say I have to go for it next turn, but you are correct that I will be pretty far behind next turn. This is interesting. I wonder if they're thinking about stifling, if they're holding up a stifle. I think that if I brainstorm now, I could potentially... I think I like brainstorming now. They know the contents of my hand. Okay. So now the question is, what do I do from here? I could put back Doomsday Delta, draw the Delta, crack it, and have enough to duress and then frenzy. That's probably the play. Actually, probably the play is to put back Doomsday and then Preordain so I don't lose my third land. Because I don't need that Preordain either in this play. So now if they surgical me, they don't really do anything. So let's go for this duress here. I'm basically going to be hoping that my frenzy can outcard advantage their Dreadhorde Arcanist and beat their whatever their clock ends up being. So I'll take the Pierce. Snare's not doing anything right now. And I think I'm just going to fetch another non-basic here. I land on top. Fine. All right, so I'm basically just hoping that I can kill them pretty quick, but it's really going to have to be like next turn. I don't know if it was right to go for it there. Let's see, how big is that Goyf? Land, instant sorcery, artifacts, it's a 4. So they could cast it. Could they kill me next turn? I wish I could fucking... How? Level 3, it goes to 4. Yeah, I think I'm in danger. They didn't shuffle. Then still not... Are they not casting the Goyf? They have to cast the Goyf here. Or not. Guess they're not casting Goyf. They are seeing a lot of new cards, though. You'd have to be stupid to not cast Goyf here, I think. The Goyf puts me dead on board. So it seems... Wow, they're really brainstorming hard. I wonder if they have blue blasts in their deck that they're looking for. The fact that they cast all that crap makes me think their hand's not doing a lot, but I'm still at risk of... I mean, They probably have good cards in their hand now, but I don't know. They gave me an extra turn, is how I see it. It sucks that I have to hit this Cabal Ritual right now, though. Because this is getting spell snared for sure. Or not. They must have brainstormed the spell snare away. That's so fucking funny. Because it wasn't fucking doing anything for them, so of course they brainstorm it away. Ugh. I wish I didn't hit this Frenzy, but it's not so bad. I still have a lot of mana floating. I'm hitting good. Hitting pretty good off this Frenzy. I still have a land drop. I have a Conjurer's Bauble to clear out a dead draw. So I'm feeling all right about where I'm at right now. I wonder if they're thinking about brains. Okay, all right. That was a good one. So this is going to force some interaction from them for sure. If they haven't. All right, so now the question is, what do I do? I have a swamp, or I have a land play. So I could go like, say, swamp, duress, Jace. That would be okay. And I could just take everything that's in their hand. Oh, I only have 2 duresses, so one would have to be a Thoughtseize, and they surgical my Thoughtseizes. But one could be Collective Brutality still. Yeah, let's try that. I think that'll be fine. Swamp and the Jace. Let's say done. And this way I have the Conjurer's Bauble as like an instant speed draw. Okay, so they're dazing that. I think that's fine. I'm just going to let that go. Actually, did I screw this up a little bit? No, I don't have enough mana to cast that second duress, so I am going to have to use this Conjurer's Bauble. Maybe I'm supposed to just use the Conjurer's Bauble to draw the Collective Brutality. Not put anything on the bottom of my deck. Okay. I'm going to crack this, make black. Duress. Hopefully they don't have too many counter spells that can actually counter this Jace. Pyroblast. Gotcha, bitch. There we go. Dab on the haters. All right, let's get another match in here. So I've at least got my 50 ticks back. So that's a start. I've been feeling pretty good against Rug Delver lately, which surprises me a little bit because I don't know. It doesn't feel like it should be that good of a matchup. I know it's normal, like Ant. It's supposed to be a very good matchup for Ant, and I don't think Tez has a problem with it either. But Doomsday is just a little slower. And so I feel like it has a little bit of can have a little bit of trouble sometimes. But I feel like I've been winning more against it lately. I'm probably over 50% against it, which feels good, since in the past I don't think that was the case. I think I want to keep this hand because it's really close to being very good. Am I on the draw? I'm going to keep this hand. Be playing Bauble on turn 1 and hoping to find some extra mana for turn 2. Oh. Yikes. That's a big fucking yikes. Okay. I guess change of plans. Well, maybe I am supposed to play the Conjurer's Bauble as well, just to be able to clear out a draw. I'm playing this Experimental Frenzy right now, and we're going to see who's... I'm going to see whose 4 mana permanent that lets you play cards off the top of your deck is better. I really don't know if I'm supposed to crack this. I don't think I'm supposed to crack this LED. I'm just going to draw. I'm going to pass. I could lose to a Karn or something, which would feel a little bad. But I can beat a Chalice from here, so it's going to depend a lot on what comes from them, I think. I don't think spending the mana from the Lion's Eye Diamond is the best course of action there, so... Alright, City of Traders. Sure, another City of Traders. What you got for me? Making the white mana is a bit odd. There's the Karn. So Karn is going to be very hard to beat from here. Let's see what they choose. Thorian Dynamo. Yeah. So next turn, how much does Thorian Dynamo cost? 4? If they have another land, next turn they can cast Thorian Dynamo, untap it. Or tap it, untap it, tap it, untap it, and go and get the thing, Mycosynth Lattice, so I'm just dead next turn. Right? And it's going to be real tough to... Okay. It's very, very tough to beat Karn anyway. So in this matchup, I'm going to cut the Collective Brutality and bring in Tendrils. And I'm going to cut a couple Duresses, I think, and the Preordains. And an Experimental Frenzy. I think that's probably fine. This matchup isn't good. It's a fucking Chalice combo deck. Like, that's pretty abysmal. And that's pretty abysmal hand. The way I see it lists like this, oh, fuck me, is, like, you just take the loss. Because, okay, this is keepable at least. So, decks like this, the one my opponent's playing, like, I think, I don't remember who said it. Someone on Twitter, I was in a thread that Cyrus had about losing or winning or something. Anyway, the point being that basically Storm, like combo decks like this, oh, they're fucking Serum Powdering. Combo decks like this, like the deck you lose to is our Chalice decks. And there's not really a way to turn that matchup around, so you just make it as good as you can and then hope you dodge it. Because there's not really, you don't really have any other option. So, you know, you just try and you steal the games you can, and then you try and dodge the rest. Trinosphere, Mystic Forge. So they're going to have a Mystic Forge on turn 2, but I have to take the Trinosphere. I'm going to play the Lotus Petal, and I'll pass the game. Press the turn, I mean. So I really need to draw like a Dark Grit or something here. Or another Lotus Petal. Basically need to hope that... Well, at least that's going to let me play the Frenzy next turn. But they're going to have the Mystic Forge as well. Probably won't be able to play much off of it. Okay, Petal was a pretty good draw for me here. It means I'm going to have an extra mana up. LED is good. That's a dead draw. So I'm gonna have a lot of mana next turn. So if I don't die, I might be able to get somewhere. But of course I have to not die. Grim Monolith. Okay. Oops, what'd I do? There's a land for turn. Something big and stupid. What the fuck? Whenever you cast a spell, untap all non. That's pretty gross. Hopefully they brick. Nope. I'm dead, right? I need them to hit a couple lands in a row, I guess, would be how I don't die here. Okay, yeah, that's game. Whoops, I keep clicking view sideboard instead. Okay. Let's see if I can pick up that third win. Here we go. Last match. Now I get to go poop. I've seen this name before. What does this person play? I can't remember, but this hand's alright, so I'm going to keep it. Okay. That says a lot about what they play. I'll just go land pass here. I gotta poop. Did I say that already? Alright, I think I'm gonna ponder now. Frenzy is a good card. Experimental. I mean, Lindol's a good card as well. I'll grab the Frenzy. Starting to formulate a game plan here. I'm thinking like an end step Frenzy into, I mean, end step Limdul's Vault into Frenzy is kind of the way I'm going to go, but I'd really like to find another land first. So I'll preordain here. Oh, I should have cracked that Scalding Tarn, I think. Oh, that's good. I'll draw that. Well, I don't know. I can probably wait another turn. What we got here? Is this a click? It's a click. I'm just gonna let him click me. This could be like Stoneblade, or it could be like Miracles, or it could be something in between. It's hard to say. They might take my Thoughtseize here. I doubt they're playing Daze though, so I'm pretty comfortable vaulting end step, even though it's gonna all that what the fuck is I saying? Even though that Lotus Petal is gonna go away. Okay, so what did they take? They took my Thoughtseize, so now I do get the Lotus Petal. Maybe I should have vaulted there when they didn't have mana floating. But I think this is okay. Narset. Alright. I'm not really in a position where I feel like I'm going to lose the game to this Narset. They drew a Force at Will, which is fine. I'm going to... If they have double Force, I could be in a bit of a bad spot, but... Grab Badlands. And I think this is going to grab another Underground Sea. I need to be a little careful of... back to basics or something here. I mean, I think I'd like to keep this. Ugh. Oh, that Brainstorm is really bad with Narset. Fuck me. Okay, that was a mistake. Alright, so they forced that, which is fine. I kind of was hoping that would happen, because now I have enough mana left over to play this, and hopefully they don't have the double force that I was talking about earlier. Because if I can resolve this, which I did, I'll feel in a pretty good spot. I think it's going to make more sense to duress them, because I'm pretty sure I can race this true name, so... And there's a Thoughtseize there is good. Because if they have something like, Alright, so I'm done for now. Because if they can find, like, the fuck's it called? Council's Judgment, I'll feel a bit bad, but I'm just hoping they can't find a way to get rid of my Frenzy. And then I can theoretically should be able to race this click pretty easily. They didn't activate Narset last turn, they just played it. Oh no, starting loyalty is 5. I'm an idiot. I saw this loyalty 3 down here and thought that was its starting loyalty, but... Jace. Okay. So they're going to get to draw a lot of cards here, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to outcard advantage them. I've got a lot in my hand. And they are going to reveal this one to me. Another Jace. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I know they have at least one Prismatic Vista, maybe, and a Jace in their hand, so there's one mystery card. I'm feeling pretty good. Thoughtseize is a decent draw, although it does... Okay, they are pretty much dead here. So I'll draw that Doomsday. Oh, I can't fucking draw. Cocks and balls. I screwed up. Well, that's alright. Hopefully they just don't have anything. Hopefully they didn't find any counter spells. Force and negation. Okay. So I pass, and then I have another Doomsday for next turn. But I screwed up the order, yeah. If I had just put the Thoughtseize Duress or Thoughtseize Doomsday, I would have been fine, but I just fucking forgot that Narset was going to make it, so I didn't draw that card. So, that was just my mistake, but I've got a backup plan for next turn. Hopefully they don't find counter magic. And even if they do, I'm not dead yet. So they just pass here. I think I'm supposed to crack this LED to cast this Doomsday so that I have more colors of mana available to me to try to keep going from here. So they have a force. Is that what I'm seeing? Force pitching Snapcaster Mage? Alright. I'm not dead. Although I will be in, what, 2 turns at this point? Hopefully this isn't a Snapcaster Mage as their last card. Oh, okay. Sure. Going down to 1 life isn't very good here. Man, this fucking sucked. That was such a fucking punt. I basically threw this game away. Because now I don't think I can actually win. Because I already spent this, so I'm not going to have a way to get up to more than 1 life. Oh my god, that's so fucking frustrating. Game-losing punt right there. Absolutely game-losing punt. Just give me a fetch land on top so I can off myself. I don't think there's... Literally don't think there's a way. Okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna fucking Thoughtseize myself. End me. Oh my god. Alright. So, I'm gonna bring in my empties. I'm gonna cut 1 Frenzy. Preordain. Actually, in this, I probably want to bring in the Tendrils. Cut the Jace. And then you can maybe cut a Doomsday. Or another cantrip. Let's try cutting a Doomsday. Just cutting a smattering of everything. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty fucking bad. I'm assuming that they found the second... Well, even if they found the second... I don't know. If they'd had, like, double force and a blue card in hand, then the Thoughtseize into Doomsday wouldn't have won me the game there. If I had not punted with that Ponder, but... I'm going to keep this. This is alright. It's not fantastic, but I think it's pretty decent. Okay, that's also pretty decent. So next turn, I'm going to probably end of turn Limb Duel's Vault and then try and make goblins. And if I can vault into like a discard spell, that's even better. I mean, I might not really like race into making goblins here either. Um, you know, if they counter this, I'm probably making goblins. Because I think 8 goblins is going to be worth it. Okay, so they spell pierce that. Thoughtseize is a good draw. I guess I'm supposed to take the force here. This isn't a whole lot of goblins. But so you are sort of correct that force doesn't do anything, except it does make me only have 6 goblins. I don't know. And like I can attack their I can attack their planeswalkers if they cast them. So I'll ponder here. And this duress was a pretty good draw. So I'm expecting they're gonna snap pierce now, and I'm actually pretty willing to crack this LED to pay for the pierce, because I think that taking like the Jace, for example, is going to be worth it. So back to basics is not really a concern. Doan's Veto is not really a concern. So the real question is, do I take the Jace or do I take the Teferi? I probably am supposed to take Teferi, because if they don't have another land, it's interesting you say Jace. I don't know. I mean, Jace is the more powerful card in the abstract. You're definitely right about that. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't want to get too cute. Like, if they don't have another land, the Jace might not come down. And Teferi has more loyalty, so he's going to be harder to kill, and he can also bounce one of my creatures. But can only bounce like one, and then has to plus to reset, so I'm probably supposed to just take the Jace. So yeah, they gotta find some mass removal here. So there's the fairy, and that's fine. I don't know if they're gonna minus here. I think minus. Okay, so they do minus, so which means I'm definitely supposed to spend one of my goblins to kill that Teferi, because it's not going to significantly change the clock here. I'm going to cast this LED while they don't have Dovin's Veto up. That one at Teferi. This one, attack them. Let's make sure I did that right. That one's Teferi, this one's all them. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I probably can ignore Teferi, but it's not going to change. Like, at this point, it's not going to change my clock because they're still dead next turn, and I prevent them from drawing a card. So I'm kind of just hoping that they don't have it right now. Brainstorm. I'm not sure exactly what they could brainstorm into here. I guess, like, engineered explosives would be a card that does something. Oof. Oh my god, I got fucked. I didn't think about them having another land play. So at this point, it didn't really matter which, or that I spent the goblin on Teferi, because they would have found it anyway. So now I know they have a Dovin's Veto in hand, but I don't know much about what else. Okay, so that's probably just game. I'm just going to concede. I'm not going to try and slog through this. So that was unfortunate. That punt in the first game really was really bad. And unfortunately, I just got unlucky in that last one that they found the Supreme Verdict on their last turn to live. So shit happens. Shit happens in the second game. I was shit in the first game. I'm gonna be kicking myself for that for a little while still. I'm not doing too good lately. Punting a lot. Let's see. Maybe I'll just play one practice room match. Actually, do I have, how many ticks did I have? Only 11. All right. Let's break out something spicy. Yeah, I think it was. I mean, you know, my hand. The only thing my hand really could do at that point was play the empty the warrens, which I think was the right play. And they, just make them have it, I guess. They had to find it on that turn, so I'm gonna play a little Nourishing Lich. One match in the practice room with Nourishing Lich, and then I gotta go take a dump and do some chores around the house. I'm gonna maul this. Okay. Put that one on the bottom. I'll just play it a little slow here. Looks like I'm probably up against Storm. I think I want to Brainstorm End Step. It's not great. Actually, it probably is not the right move, but it's too late now. I'm just too tilted from that punt. For what it's worth, I don't think Doomsday is that bad of a deck. I mean, like, with the exception of the Chalice deck in round 4, which is a Chalice deck. And what did he play against round 1? It was like that Grixis Arcanist deck. I think I can't remember what happened that match. Was I like stuck on one land and then mulled to 5, or mulled to 5 and then was stuck on one land or something? I don't remember. That match just was rough, but I don't know. Like I was competitive in most of those games. So I don't know. I've had decent results with Doomsday on the whole, but I'm gonna Thoughtseize here. It was definitely wrong to brainstorm there though, because it meant I lost a fetch land. Definitely feel like I'm supposed to take this Wishclaw Talisman. Doomsday's, I mean, realistically, Doomsday's like tier 3, but it's doing something inherently powerful that can be difficult to interact with. Like a lot of decks struggle to interact with a 4-mana enchantment. Although more and more decks are playing like blue blasts, which is a little annoying, but that's mostly for Ren and 6. I don't know. I think the deck is alright, is basically what I'm saying, but I've been playing it for way too long, so I'm clearly biased. Eel, Sickening Dreams. I think I need to find another land here. Preferably a fetch land. Okay. This is decent. Tier 1 decks are definitely boring. Could Doomsday play Talisman? That's a very good question. And assuming you're the real Cartesian, the one that I played against in round 1 of my last league, then good games. But also, could Doomsday play Talisman? Yes. So I've tried it. I don't think it's very good in the list with Frenzy. Because it puts a card in your hand, so they kind of a shitty interaction. I think I fucked this up a little bit. Whatever. They have kind of a shitty interaction with Frenzy, so I don't think you want to play it in a Frenzy list. I've tried it in other lists, and I haven't found one that I really like. But I'm not ruling it out just yet. It's just I haven't really found a list that I feel like it's good in. I'm almost thinking it might be worth trying to build something that's kind of radically different from what has been played. Play like Mox Opals and like maybe some artifact lands and stuff, and try and cram some artifact synergies in. The real issue is that like without Frenzy in the deck, you don't have a strong source of card advantage, and so you can pretty easily fall behind blue decks, which I don't really like. And I'm playing this game pretty shit, but then again, I'm playing Nourishing Lich right now, so that's part of the problem. So yeah, if I could find a way to kind of recoup some of the card advantage, that you lose by not playing Frenzy, it might be worth a slot. So I don't want to just die to the tendrils that I'm pretty sure are still in their hands, so I don't want to go too low with this Limdual's Vault. And I still need like another combo piece before I can start thinking about doing anything. But I'm probably going to be forced more or less to cast Limdual's Vault on my end step here if they don't kill me. And I probably should have just done it last turn. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have to Limdual's Vault for like Zurin Orb, and then, or maybe do I have? I can't remember if I've edited this list and if I have that new green storm card in my main deck. Where's Nourishing Lich? No, it's just Zurin Orbs. Okay. So I'm probably going to need to find a Zern Orb and then the Lich under it. But they might just have me dead here because I've given them so much fucking time. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to concede. I'm not going to make them play it out. So let's bring in Tormod's Crypt and Surgicals. And I think I'm going to cut Lindor's Vault. And maybe one Zern Orb. So yeah, I don't think this list is very optimal per se, because it's playing 5 Lich effects and 4 Autochthon Worms. I actually think the best Nourishing Lich list right now would play... I'm definitely not throwing this away. It's got all my combo pieces. The best Nourishing Lich list at this point would probably be playing Show and Tell and Progenitus instead of Autochthon Worm. That's my hot take. But I don't have Show and Tells on Magic Online, so I can't play that list. Maybe one day. So if I can find a Dark Writ, which I didn't, but I think I'm going to keep this anyway. It's a start. I'm going to play out my Lotus Petal. I will still need to find the Lich. A Lich effect if they duress me and take the Lich. They will have to get their Storm up pretty high, though, which is funny. Not that I think that it'll be an issue for them, but being able to Storm up to, they'll have to get their Storm up into the fucking, up close-ish, kind of close to 20. Yeah, I don't think that'll be an issue for them if they have enough resources, but if I could find another Autochthon Worm to be able to gain 30 life, then we might be starting to make it tough for them. So they correctly took the Lich. Very smart. Flusterstorm's a pretty good pickup. Even though it means that I'm kind of just sitting here for a little bit, I think it's worth taking. And now I can Thoughtseize. Weather the Storm isn't a good inclusion to this deck that I have a couple copies of and haven't put in. So Extirpating Lich, that's good. There's only 2 copies of actual factual Lich in the deck, I think. Maybe only the 1. 2 copies of Lich and 3 copies of Nefarious Lich. So they only got the one that there's 2 of, so I still have a few Liches left in the deck. I will be taking their Flusterstorm for sure. And they're not doing a whole lot, which is good because neither am I. So I'll draw this land. That's a good draw. Oh, right, they shuffled my deck with Extirpate. I thought I was going to draw another Nourishing Shoal, but that Misty Rainforest is actually a super good draw here, because now if I can find a a Lich effect, I'll be good to go. Assuming I have another black mana source, which I think I do. There's a Bayou in here, I'm pretty sure. Bayou, yeet. Time to hit that yeet. Yeet. Draw some fucking cards. Alright. Oh, I didn't need to do that. Make this smaller, if anything. Can I have a land here? I still have a land play. That's good. I'm going to surgical their Flusterstorms right now. Just to make sure that they don't have anything. This should be fine. Okay. Yeah, they got none. So now it's just a matter of killing them. Alright. I think that's going to be enough cards, but I could make it a few more. Alright. I wonder if I can draw my whole deck. I don't think so. But that's fine. So I need enough mana to cast a Sickening Dreams for lethal. What's X? 16, 17, 18. Okay. Done. Yeet. Exile 18 cards from a graveyard. So Sickening Dreams is the hot fucking tech. You always have exactly enough cards in your graveyard to exile. Alright. Let's play another one. See if I can win here and reclaim some of my pride as a shitty combo deck player. Oh, I really want to keep that, but it's... it ain't great. I think I gotta mull that. Okay, I can keep that. I'll put Sickening Dreams back in the deck. Guess I'm supposed to just take all these cantrips and cantrip, trying to find my combo pieces since I don't really have any of them right now. The old brainstorm. Pass. So it definitely feels like they're building up to something here. Thoughtseize is a good pickup. Well, Thoughtseize. So this might be another brainstorm in response, or it might be a flusterstorm. Nope, doesn't look like a flusterstorm. Veil of Summer? Veil of Summer. That's fun. Alright. I don't mind them using that now, though, because I still have my flusterstorm. Of course, they could have another one, but... Another brainstorm. Definitely feels like they're digging for something. So I could just die right now. It's possible. No, just another Thoughtseize. So they'll get one of my brainstorms, which is fine. Hopefully they don't have surgical or something. Play out an LED. Okay. Shoal. I probably shouldn't have played that island, just in case I drew a fetch land that I could have played another shoal. Great. I'll just do that. This way I can gain life if they try to tendrils me for exactly 9. Yeah, playing that land was a mistake because I much rather would have played the fetch and shuffled. So that was potentially a very large fuck up on my part. Wishclaw Talisman. Another Wishclaw Talisman. I feel dead. Fuck me. I feel pretty dead. Considering that I have got nothing. So, without knowing what's in their hand, they can Wishclaw for a Cabal ritual, and then a business spell, and probably just dump on me. Don't know what's taking them so long here. Trying to figure out if they can do something. Activating the claw. I think this is the very first time on Magic Online, certainly in Legacy on Magic Online, but probably just in general, that I have controlled a permanent owned by somebody else. So yeah, part A of their plan, I guessed, is to Wish Claw for Cabal Ritual. And then presumably they are going to go grab Past in Flames. Oh, they just have an Infernal Tutor. Alright. I'm just going to concede. So, I'm not quite ready to be done streaming yet. Let's go look at what I had for Wishclaw Doomsday. Where did I put that? Too many Doomsday variants here. Let me know if you see it. I don't even remember what I called it. Is it this? I think I just edited this. Yes, there we go. So this is the first list that I tried with claws. The ad nauseum is in there because I was looking for something to kind of like be a draw a bunch of cards from nothing sort of card, like, you know, combo off from nothing. No cards in hand, which seemed like the problem that this deck was having. But the more I think about it, the more I think it's just a little bit misbuilt. So I think having it be bug is fine. But I'm thinking I'm going to cut the street race. I'm going to model it more after a list I played in the past when I was brewing after the probe ban, but before the printing of Frenzy. I'm looking at other products. That's the problem. So let's throw Tendrils in and get this ad nause out. We'll up the number of Cabal Rituals and put in a couple Infernal Contracts. And actually, I probably should do like a contract Cruel Bargain split. Since that's just strictly optimal. And then that's 60 cards. So that's probably... Oh wait, I need a Conjurous Bauble in here. I spelled that wrong. Fuck. There we go. So you need the Conjurous Bauble because without it, if you have a hand that's like Darkrit, LED, Doomsday, Cantrip, you can't make Lethal Storm. Because that's 4 cards in your hand, and then your pile is like Cruel Bargain, Petal, Ritual, Tendrils, and that's only 9 total Storm, 4 in your hand plus 5 in the deck. So the Conjurer's Bauble lets you sneak an extra Storm out of your hand by making your pile be like LED, or sorry, Bargain, Petal, Ritual, Petal, Tendrils, Petal, Ritual, Bauble, Tendrils. Bargain, Petal, Ritual, Bauble, Tendrils. And then you can use the Bauble to loop the Darkrit. Anyway, it's possible. The reason I would play a deck like this is kind of to test the Monkey's Paw here. And so, like, really what I'm trying to figure out is, like, I want to see them often enough to make it worth it. So I think I'll take this list for a spin in the practice room real quick if anyone cares to stick around and watch me fuck. Just to see if this deck completely sucks. Having the draw 4s in it is, I'm hoping, is enough to be like kind of an alternate Storm engine and also like some raw card advantage against the slower blue decks that you might be able to go more toe-to-toe with them. So, but I think this is going to have to be my last match. Unfortunately, I got stuff I got to do today. So, this looks like a fair start. So, I'll be playing the Claw on turn 2 and looking to win on turn 3. Depending on what I draw over my next 2 turns will determine what I Claw for. The Claw might just get countered, though. It's possible. Another Ritual, huh? Let's see if this gets stifled. No stifle. Looks like my Claw's getting dazed or something. Or pierced, maybe. Pierced, probably. I'm not sure I could have afforded to try to wait and not play into that Spell Pierce. Or Daze, as it is. Interesting. Basic Island and Daze. Smells like... I don't know. Not Rug Delver, anyway. Blue-Red Delver, or maybe Shadow. I'm a little surprised. Shadow's playing Scalding Tarn, but I guess it's not impossible. I don't know if it matters much to them what blue fetch lands they play, so... So still no fetch land, and no threat either, so I can just kind of wait for a little while. No need to be too hasty. If I can build up to Threshold, I'll be able to cast 2 Doomsdays in 1 turn, and still win the game if I can find a cantrip to go with them. I think 6, 9... Yeah, I think that would be possible. So I think this is probably just Blue-Red Delver. The Brainstorm's a good draw. I think I have to just cast it, though. Like, having it to be able to cantrip into a Doomsday pile is good. But I think casting it's going to be better. I almost want to put this LED back. I'll just crack this now. I'm going to go grab another black mana source. My fetch lands probably aren't optimal either for this, since I don't have Verdant Catacombs. I think playing... What am I playing? I think I'm on like 2 Misty, 2 Tarn, when I should really be on like Misties and like 3 Misty, 2 Verdant Catacomb, or 3 Misty, 1 Verdant Catacomb, or something like that. But, whatever. I didn't mean to open up Git. Okay, close Git. There we go. What up, El Dorte? They flip a Vapor Snag. That doesn't do anything anyway. I'm playing, you tuning in late in the game. I played a league with Frenzy, and I played kind of bad, and I went 2-3. Probably could have been at 3-2 if I had not punted in one of my matches. And so right now I'm playing, just jamming a practice room game with a Wish Claw list, just bug Wish Claw with draw 4s. Doing some a little testing of that. So I need a cantrip here. Would be good. Lotus Petal is not quite what I wanted. So if I can draw a cantrip, I think I can maybe try and punch something through here. If they have a handful of lightning bolts, that could be a problem, because my life total is going to be precariously low after I cast Doomsday. So there's another Delver. So I really need something that draws cards here. Like that. Now's the fucking time. see how much fucking crap they got in their hand. Brainstorm. Alright, I'm going to fire off this Cabal Ritual right now, because if they're brainstorming, it means they probably don't have a whole lot going on, so I want to make sure that something... Oh, shit, I fucked that up. I needed to crack the Lotus Petal, so I had... Oh, no, I shouldn't have fired that Cabal Ritual off right then. I wanted to get Threshold first. I'm an idiot. Not playing so great. White, blue, black Wishclaw Doomsday. I have not. What do you think the benefits of playing white would be? Like playing Teferi so that you can bounce the claw or something? And it has that sorcery speed effect. I know some people have tried Esper Doomsday lists. I haven't. But I think they were tested before Claw got printed. So, I don't know. But yeah, I haven't done a ton of testing with Wishclaw. In my initial limited testing, I was pretty unimpressed with it. And so I kind of just didn't touch it again after that. So they're dazing the duress. I will pay. And they don't have enough red mana to cast both those. So I think they're dead. The real trick here... So, yeah, they're dead. Okay. So I'm going to go down to 5, and I can't cast the draw 4 because then I'll die to Lightning Bolt, but I have enough Storm where I'm not going to need to. I can just put Tendrils on top of my deck. And then put in a bunch of cards that don't matter. Lavinia would be interesting. I haven't tried a list like that, but you could try and build like a slow, plodding sort of list. That might be good enough. So I get to hide a few cards in my pile like this. So they don't see that I have multiple claws. Or the draw force. Alright, what do I bring in now? I probably want the Fatal Pushes. Veil of Summer might be good enough. Claw seems kind of weak versus Delver. Let's try that. 1 Veil, -3 Claw, +1 Veil, +2 Fatal Push. This hand's interesting. I don't think it's good enough, though. I can keep that. Probably I'm supposed to put the Lotus Petal on the bottom. Just shooting off the fucking Chain Lightning. That's interesting. It's kind of weird to me that they kept 7 where the correct... They kept a 7 where the correct turn 1 play was to just bolt me. That seems a little weird. Dazing my ponder. Okay. They're getting real aggressive here. And now just playing land pass. I will do the same. So I'd like to be able to get to a place where I can profitably cast this draw 4 and Thoughtseize in the same turn. I guess I'm just concerned that I could die pretty quick after that. So ideally, I would build up to like kind of a big going off sort of turn. Just fucking shooting bolts at me, dude. They're firing off all their useless sorcery speed burn. It's kind of weird. But I'm not under any kind of serious threat right now, so I just get to wait. No point in being too hasty. So if they drop down... Okay, so still not playing a threat. I was going to say, if they drop down to 3 cards in hand by playing a threat, I would consider trying to make some magic happen here, but this is fine. I just get to ponder now. I'm sure their hand is loaded. Okay. I'm going to crack this. I'm going to go get my basic swamp. I don't think they're playing stifles, but I just want to get the basic swamp here. Alright, we might be approaching the turn where it makes sense to make a move. I think I'll Thoughtseize. Thoughtseizing here is not overly committal, and I can even contract and spell piercing that. I think maybe I'm supposed to just let that, or pay for the pierce and be done with it. So, let's see what they do here. Just surgicaling my ponder. Okay. So if I contracted now and I drew the tendrils and something else, and like another castable spell, I could win. But I don't think that's going to be worth it. So I'm going to get to see what the last card in hand is, presumably. And then probably the right play is going to be to just play Dark Ritual and cast a contract to draw 4. And just gas up, basically. They're firing me. Okay. So no cards left in hand. Thoughtseize resolves. I go down to 8. Maybe it doesn't make sense to cast the contract now. It definitely does make sense to play this land, but I'm not going to cast the contract because it's going to put my life total to 4, and that leaves me in a bit of a tight spot in terms of life total. I just don't feel, I don't know, I don't feel that pressure to do anything right now. Maybe I should have because I had the opening and now they're going to brainstorm and and they're going to find shit and I'll be in trouble, but so maybe that was a misplay. I should have just jammed it while I had an opening. But that's all right. If they play a threat here, which I think is what they want to be doing, Pithing Needle. That does nothing, right? That hits some fetch lands. Just, they're probably going to name Lion's Eye Diamond. This is how you separate the boys from the men, per se. The girls from the older women. I don't know. This is how you separate the inexperienced Magic players from the more experienced Magic players. I mean, just straight up bringing Needle in against Storm is just fucking wrong. If I was playing Jace as my win con, maybe it's excusable. But typically I don't think it is. Since this is specifically Doomsday, like Pithing Needle could hit Jace. I guess they could put Needle on Conjurer's Bauble. Okay. Well, they didn't pick Lion's Eye Diamond. All right. I think I'm just gonna go for this here. Just cast a contract. I mean, I'm dead to a bolt here anyway because I have to cut my life total in half one more time. So I might as well be dead to the bolt. Doing the same, pretty much the same thing again here. I'm just gonna put lands in. I don't give a fuck. Whoops, I misclicked. All right. Hopefully they don't have counterspell. Doesn't look like it. Hat on, you look like you're gonna spout some insightful white power commentary. I mean, I'm not sure if insightful and white power go together there, Steve. What hat am I wearing? This is my New Hampshire Fish and Game hat. I just look like a upstanding government official. Thank you very much. It's too late. You're too late, Steve. I was just about to end the stream. So you only get one good jab in. Um, sure thing, Steve. You know I'm bleeding heart liberal. All right. So I think if I was going to play this list again, which I probably not, but if I was, um, I think I want another tendrils in the board. I mean, Steve, it's got Wishclaw Talismans and Doomsdays and draw fours in the deck. It's clearly a pile of shit. You should consider getting your eyes checked. But it didn't feel too bad. Um, so I might test this a little bit more, but we'll see. I haven't played the Astrolabe in a long time. I don't think the Astrolabe is very good. That was not. I only did that because I was also planning on drinking White Claw out of a water bottle during the Legacy Classic. Thank you very much. All right, I gotta get going. I gotta take a dump. So yeah, right. Mull the 4 beat Matthew Dilks because he doesn't know that you can sacrifice Vampire Hexmage to remove the counters from Jace Wielder of Mystery, and that's it. That's the best. That's the highlight of my life right there. Mull the 4 beat Matthew Dilks on turn 3. I'm intoxicated, and he doesn't know that Vampire Hexmage kills Planeswalkers. Thank you very much. End of stream.